Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm getting double audio. There we go. Let me fix that. Welcome to the stream, the Nocturnal Nerdcast. It is pop culture in the dark. I hope everybody had a great start to the week. I'm testing out the new timed banners at the bottom. I don't really have anything extra important to say, but apparently now you can time it. So it's a timed banner for a minute. I don't know. They need to increase the time. Give us like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. So one of them's like 15 seconds. Who's going to run a banner for 15 seconds? I don't even know what you would use that for. Anyway, so it's going to run for a little bit more and then it'll be done. Let me turn off the QR code up here. If you'd like to get some merch, you guys know where to go. Speaking of merch, tonight we're going to be spinning the wheel and someone is going to win November's prize. We're not doing a contest through the month of December. We will start again in January. And whoever's name gets picked tonight, if it's someone that I know, that I talk to regularly, then we will interact in DMs and I will get your information and send it out to you. If it's someone that I'm not super familiar with, you can email me. My email account is on my channel. If not, you can reach me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord and let me know that it is you, and then we'll figure out how to get everything sorted, in that way. We do have someone in the green room before we spin the wheel. Let's bring him up here. We have Crazy Joe. Not Angry Joe, but Crazy Joe.
Hey, I just realized I hear Vaughn's a good dude as my name. I gotta change that.
Okay, change it. So we have Joe here to watch us spin the wheel. Joe, you're on the wheel one time.
I am.
Yeah, you're on the weel one time. Now, the way it worked is, let me pull the wheel up so you guys can see it. Look at this right here. We got 58 names on I think this is the most names I've ever had on this wheel at one time. We got 58 names on the wheel. So the way it worked is if you ended up in the top one, you got 2. If you ended up in 2 or 3, you got 1. So we're going to spin the wheel and see who's going to win this. You will have 15 days to reach out to me to confirm that it is you on some form of social media or email. If I don't hear from you in 15 days, we will take another week or so to figure out if you are someone that wants it or doesn't want it. And if you do not want it, then these prizes will get rolled over into January. All right. All right, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Somebody is going to walk away with 2 bits of merch from my merch shop, as well as either a guest spot on the stream or an exclusive painting from myself. If you want anything signed, you can get it signed. If you want Paigey to sign it, then we will work something out and get Paigey to sign it, if you want that. All right?
If I win, I'm going for the guest spot.
All right, well, here we go.
Oh my lord! What the heck?
Are you kidding me?
That's
do you want any of these things? Because I don't know if you care about any of the prizes or not.
I mean, I'm here. I'm on the panel. Right. I feel like you.
Well, I tell you what. I will get Crazy Joe a piece of merch and it will roll. It will spin again. So I don't think that. Come on. Come on, you're literally on here one time. Come on, all right. So anyway,
I will last week on my stream when there was only 2 names and you were.
I know. I will send Joe a T-shirt, and of course he can get a guest spot on the channel. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the real one. Joe won the first go. There we go. Let's see what do we got here. And the winner is the Big Bang Theory Sheldor. Regular here in the channel, comes in quite often and is a awesome contributor to the stream, just like everybody else who participated. I want to thank everybody who participated in the contest. You have 15 days from today in watching this video, Sheldor, if you would like to claim your prize. If I don't hear from you within 2 weeks, we will figure something out and I will start trying to reach out to you. Otherwise, thanks everybody for playing. We'll be doing another contest in January with all new prizes. But Sheldor won. Thank you so much, Sheldor, for participating. Everybody participating, really. I do appreciate it. Joe, you were literally on there one time out of 50 some names, and you got it. You should maybe play the lottery or something. I don't know. That's a little bit crazy. Anyway, why did Paigey quit? Dev. These are questions that everyone has. I actually talk to Paigey pretty regularly, at least once or twice a week. Paigey has a lot of things going on. Rigged in Joe's favor. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Paigey has a lot of things going on. Nothing bad. All good stuff. It's all good things. He just doesn't have... YouTube is not his priority at the moment. I'm trying to get him on here to chat with me. He stops in the stream sometimes, but he doesn't come into the stream. He has the link to the stream. So if he ever wants to stop in, he can. But well, I'm gonna send Joe a t-shirt, and of course he always gets a guest spot on the show. So that's fine. But someone else can get the other stuff. So
I've never met Paigey. I don't know who Paigey is.
Paigey took up professional twerking. Paigey is my OG co-host. He's part of the original 4. Back in the day, there was a show we did called The After Party, and The After Party came on every night after one of the CW shows. So if it was an Arrow night, we did an Arrow after party. If it was a Flash night, we did a Flash after party. We came on and we chatted about the shows like right after they went off the air. He also has a channel with, last time I checked, over 300,000 subscribers. I don't know. It might be dipping down now that he's not making videos anymore. But yeah, so, and we switched that over to a weekly after party. So then every Saturday we got on and we did like 2 hours of live stream and stuff. It's like, you have to go back probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years to get like the exclusive, like just me and Paigey. And before that, it was me, Paigey, Ben, and Boba Talks. Boba Talks used to be part of the original.
I've heard of Boba Talks.
Yeah.
I think I don't know him, but I've heard of him.
Yeah, that's old school lore. So yeah, so that's back in the day. We used to do the 4-channel crossovers into the after parties. Yeah. So it's been a minute.
Latin Shark is saying I met him once.
Oh, really?
He says I believe you met him once. But
that you met him once?
That's what Latin Shark says. I don't remember. Was it here or on somebody else's stream? Because I don't think he's been here since. Like I've been coming here for like what, 2 months. I don't think he's been here in
I think he was in the chat while you were here one night. I think. Mari here says, hi, Eric. I love that you're still doing content. I haven't watched for a while, but I used to be a big watcher back in 2019, 2020. I don't remember. Haha. I remember watching Paigey since the 9th grade. Yeah, Paigey and we go all the way back to like the beginning of the Arrowverse shows. So that was when we were really covering those things pretty heavily. Does everybody in the chat know the lore behind like Paigey and I? I don't think everybody knows. So I was making Arrowverse videos. Paigey was making Arrowverse videos. Pretty much a lot of people back in the day were doing that because the CW had multiple shows on at one time, each week. So a lot of people were talking about them. And Paigey gave me a shout out in one of his videos. He's like, oh, go check out his videos. He does a weekly video about the Arrowverse stuff. And so I made a video thanking him, and then we got in touch with each other on social media, and then the rest is pretty much history. So that is the deep Paigey lore there.
I'm just curious. You and I have never talked about this before, but I get a sense. I want to see if I'm right. Are you more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy?
No.
Really?
I'm actually the other way around. Look, by the way, this thing at the bottom was supposed to stop after 1 minute.
It didn't work?
No, it didn't work. So
back to the drawing board, StreamYard.
Yep. Another what is it, beta tester thing or whatever? No, I'm much more of a Marvel guy. But very specifically, my favorite DC characters are the Flash characters. Like, those are the ones I love the most. Okay. So I did not watch season 1 of Arrow live. I watched it when it came to Netflix. And then I started watching the Flash live on the CW. So that was my first live show that I was doing like weekly videos on. But I started reading comics, back in the 80s, and I remember as a kid in the 70s, like my mom would bring home comics. I remember looking through them, not necessarily reading them, because you and I are the same age, so I wasn't reading them really back then. But I was like going through and looking at the pictures and stuff. But I remember reading them in the 80s, and they were almost exclusively Marvel comic books. They weren't DC comics. I didn't buy my first DC comic until the mid to late 80s, and it was all Flash stuff that I was buying back then.
See, I was the opposite. I liked Marvel too, but I was always more of a DC guy. And I always attribute that to the fact that my gateway into comics was the Super Friends cartoon, Christopher Reeve Superman movies, and the weekday reruns of Adam West as Batman. And whereas, it was like the media exposure to those characters kind of is what made me pick up the books. Whereas with Marvel, all that I was getting from the media was Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Right. That makes sense. No, my actual first love in comic books were X-Men. Like, I pretty much collected X-Men exclusively for almost half a decade before I ever touched anything else. I just didn't really care about anything else. The first comics that I really got into were Chris Claremont's X-Men, when they did the reboot in the 70s, and I remember reading the Phoenix and Dark Phoenix saga. So then I went back and read Classic X-Men, which was the reprints of the original run with the Art Adam covers, which I really loved back in the day. So, yeah, and I loved all the cartoons too. My actual, like, in terms of like the media, I actually prefer DC cartoons to Marvel cartoons for the most part. I think the 90s era with like the Batman and Superman, Justice League, all of those cartoons, to me were some of the best cartoons. It took Marvel a while to get good. I think there was a couple Spider-Man cartoons in the 90s that were good, but for the most part, even in the DC AU, which is the animated film universe they had in the 2000s, I think they were superior to most of the stuff that Marvel was doing at the time, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I know people have an intense love of the 90s X-Men, but like I didn't like it. Right. In part because it was airing at the same time as Batman the Animated Series, and I'm looking at what DC's doing with Batman, and it was all so stylized, and it was like it looked like they really took the animation to the next level. And then when in comparison, X-Men I thought looked so subpar. So I don't have that nostalgia for X-Men. A lot of people have.
Jake is shaking his head already because he's an X-Men lover. So welcome, Jake.
Favorite animated show of all time.
I like the consistency that DC had in its TV stuff and its movie stuff for a while. Obviously, that's kind of gone away now.
I feel like it's back though.
A little bit.
But I'm a gun nut. Hashtag gun nut.
I don't even know if I would say it was fully consistent back then.
Yeah, possibly.
See, me and Serenity are on the same page here. This is why we get along.
All right, we got some super chats here. Let's check these out. From Naruto, it says $5 super chat. Wednesday night, I was up till 1 a.m. watching Stranger Things. I'm going to talk about Stranger Things and my thoughts on the first episodes without spoiling it in this stream. I have a lot to say about the show, but I won't give away the cliffhanger for the fourth episode. But I have a lot I want to say about it for anybody that's curious. But we'll get into that in a bit. $2 super chat here from Naruto. People think Paige is either dead or in jail. He's neither. Well, I can't confirm that he's not in jail. Maybe in Australia they let you have access to the internet in jail. I don't know. But unless I'm talking to a ghost, he is not dead. I could be. It's possible. I guess that's in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
We got a $9.99 super chat from Togi Free. Says, Cosmic Book News is the worst site. Keeps egging on Snyder Bros. The head writer has a grudge against Gunn since Gunn called him out 10 years ago for sharing phone numbers and doxing. Screw the Chads.
I mean, they might be the worst site now. I mean, we got this covered, held that title for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of really bad ones.
I feel like we got this covered fell off, though. Like, I don't see them being shared anymore. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw them being shared. Like, for a while there, people were sharing their articles like, hey, this is legit. And you'd be like, no, it's not.
Do you think it's because people realized they were fake?
Maybe. And I hope I'm doing I hope I'm getting the word out on Cosmic Book News because I keep literally responding to all of his posts. With
The
memes.
one guy that runs it is also has a YouTube channel, I think, and he does like shorts where he just kind of talks shit about stuff all the time.
Like if I had $1 for every time I've called out Screen Rant on their word salad a waste of time articles, I'd be rich. Yes, Spectre,
yeah,
I am.
Oh.
Sorry, I was responding to a comment. Sorry.
That's okay. Let's see. $5 super chat from Lone Wolf. Good to see you, Lone Wolf. Speaking of Boba, are we going to be able to go over his video today that I sent you last stream? You said we might be able to add commentary on it. No, we're not going to do it during a Nerdcast. I was thinking about doing like a separate stream or recording it off stream. I don't know. Do you like not? I mean, everybody in the chat, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm here by myself or not. But if anybody in the chat wants me to react to this, which I think most people said they did, would you prefer me to do it like live with you guys, or would you want me to pre-record it and then upload it? Just let me know. I'm willing to do either one. I don't have a lot going on during the day this week. I'm actually waiting for some housework to be done, so I'll probably be home most of the week during the day. So let me know in the chat what you guys would prefer. Wait, hold on, what? Captain Gano says, Eric, could you give me a brief summary of the ending of Stranger Things? I need to not you down on my what? Not sure I totally understand.
I had an aneurysm reading that.
Yeah, not sure what you mean by that, but yeah.
If you mean the ending of the current batch, please do not talk about the endings.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
I'm only into episode 2.
Yeah, for sure, I'm not. Yes, live. So that's one for live from Keyblade Master Jeffrey.
I will say this, based on the 2 episodes I've seen, it feels like a step up from last season.
Oh, I mean, we can start out talking about that if you want.
It's your show.
No, I mean, we had a super chat about it, so I don't mind.
Out of all the complete seasons, last season is tied with season 2 for my favorite.
Okay, so we'll talk about it. I'm not going to give away a lot of spoilers. I won't talk about anything that wasn't already known. So I mentioned this a little bit last stream. The only problem I'm having with it is some of the actors look too old, in my opinion. And I understand, like, it doesn't take me out of the show or ruin the series for me. But if I'm talking about things that bother me, that is one of the things that does bother me, is that some of them look a lot older. Lucas is a really good example of somebody that just looks so much older. When we see him, it's like, it takes me out a little bit. But you know, and then some of the actors are fine. Like, I don't think there's a big issue. My issue is, and I think it was Cody that was here last stream where we talked about this, is I would have preferred a larger time jump so it would be easier to explain. If all of them were like seniors in high school, I'd probably be okay with it. But they're supposed to be sophomores.
Here's the thing. I'm just getting off a rewatch of season. Like I did a rewatch of all 4 seasons. And I think between season 3 and 4, they aged pretty substantially. Like you notice that age jump between 3 and 4. I'm not noticing it coming fresh off season 4. I don't think they look much older than they did in season 4.
Yeah, I just think it's the fact that they look older, but in school they've only progressed a couple of days. You know what I mean? That's the issue I'm having.
I mean, 3 years doesn't make that big of a difference between 20 and 23, but between 17 and 20, it's a big jump.
Yeah. My thing is that I believe the time jump that we got between 4 and 5, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys love to do that. I think it's like 18 months is what they said. It's like right under a 2-year time jump,
I think.
So I would say they're probably either like sophomores or early juniors in high school, 11th graders.
I mean, if I've said this once, I've said it a dozen times, but nothing fits the 80s more than having people 20 plus play high schoolers. So
yeah, and I wouldn't have an issue with that if they always looked this way, but they didn't for me. You know what I mean? Like, you go back and you watch and they didn't always look this way. But look, that is a nitpick. Like,
but to be fair though, in the first couple seasons, I don't think they were in high school, right? Like, obviously Steve Harrington and Jonathan, they were in high school, but the other kids were middle school.
Well, I don't know if it was confirmed, but I would assume so. Yes,
I think they were in like 7th grade.
Maybe. But the shows, but this. Okay, so this brings me I'm going to talk about a different show here only because it is sort of relevant. Did you guys ever watch The Goldbergs?
Yeah.
Stuck with it longer than I should have, but yeah.
I agree. My biggest issue with The Goldbergs is the show went on long enough that it should have been out of the 80s at a certain point, and it never left the 80s, right? So my issue with Stranger Things isn't that the characters get older, because that's what happens. People get older. It's that the show did not jump in a way that feels fulfilling to me for the age of the characters and where they are.
Yeah, because that show went on.
That's
for like
my
10
issue,
seasons, didn't it?
Huh?
Because that show went on for like 10 seasons, didn't it?
But
Yes, and they eventually, by the end, like the last season that I watched, I don't remember if it was the last season or not, but the last time I watched it, it was like the Beverly Show, and I just was like, I like her, but I can't keep watching it at that point.
Yeah, I bowed out around like 4 or 5.
to be fair, though, that show kind of made a joke of it because they always said it's 1980 something.
Yeah.
And it was basically like you put the 80s in a blender. Like there was no timeline that made any sense.
Yeah.
Like one week, like they'd be a fan of Alf, and then the next week they'd be going to see Poltergeist, and it's like, well, that happened before it. Like it didn't make any sense.
No. That's true, but I also feel like the characters, the kids were getting older. They just kind of got stuck in the 80s, and I didn't like that.
Yeah,
then they did that spin-off set in the 90s.
That was not good.
Yeah, after they did the whole like basically the weird science episode where Adam tried to give Barry that perfect girlfriend, I'm like, okay, this is just too stupid. So that's where I bowed out.
I understand.
I saw a Robert Downey Jr. movie that did this concept better.
I understand why they got rid of Jeff from the show. I get it. Like, I don't necessarily know all of the 100% all the behind the scenes stuff other than what we've heard, but I understand why things went the way they did. But for me, it ruined the dynamic of the show.
They also ruined their own canon, like their own internal continuity, because they had done that spin-off set in the 90s, and he was still alive in the 90s on the spin-off, and then they killed him off on the main show in the 80s.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could have had him still be like, you could have just not had him on camera, like Dad's at work. You know what I mean? Like,
Jason
the joke could have been that we never see him. You know what I mean? That could have been the joke, that he's just never around.
Jason Ayers got a point. That's one of the better things about like.
Simpsons. Simpsons is a really good example of this.
Like you don't have to see the characters age up, so they can go for however long.
So for me, in live action shows, I think you have to address it, and it just has to be some sort of acknowledgement. Yeah. And I feel like both Goldbergs and Stranger Things for me didn't do that. But look, let's talk about some of the good stuff. I think that this season is very interesting. We got 4 episodes. I don't think there was any real downtime. It didn't really drag for me at any point. I think all the characters have a very clear story on what they're supposed to be doing. We had some really cool callbacks to previous seasons. Without spoiling it, there's a huge callback at the end that will make you go, oh shit.
Yep.
So, like, literally, that's what I said when I saw it. I was like, oh shit. Okay. So that happens. So there's some big stuff that happens, a lot of good callbacks. And I think that everybody feels like they're giving it 100%. It doesn't feel like anybody's dialing it in so far. We haven't seen the rest of the season. So I enjoyed the first 4 episodes of it. I think I've had more fun with it now than I've had since, it's been 2 seasons. I really haven't enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed this season. I think this season's been really good for me so far. You guys want to add anything? I know you've only seen 2 episodes, Joe, but what are you feeling like right now with the show?
Well, like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, but it feels like a return to form for me because just having watched the first 4 seasons, I was like, man, season 1 is so good. Season 2 is so good. Season 3 is so good. Then I got to season 4 and I'm like, this feels like a big bloated mess. They kind of ruined the chemistry of the show by taking the characters and putting them in different places. So they weren't together. So the chemistry was missing. All the episodes were like 90 minutes long. It felt bloated. It felt like there was too much going on. The magic just wasn't there. And as soon as I got to season 5 and we're down to hour-long episodes and the characters are all back together again, I'm like, this show's popping again. The characters are, the chemistry's back because we haven't split up the characters. It feels like the show I fell in love with again, based on 2 episodes.
What do you think, Jake?
When you look at every season as a whole, except for season 1, the characters are actually split for a majority of the time until the endings of the seasons. So, like, especially when you look at seasons 2 and 3, they're split for a good amount of it, and then in like the last couple episodes of each of those seasons, they come together. So
I
wouldn't say that's exclusive to season 4.
I would say also the character that's the most, like the two characters I feel like that are separated the most from the main cast have been Eleven and Will. They both spent a lot of time by themselves in different moments of the show.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's just nice to see Will back, like as a part of the group, like hanging out with everybody. I don't want to spoil the fourth episode is super spoilery, so I don't want to spoil anything in the fourth episode. But 11, I see some people complaining about 11. I'm like, this is how she acts. Like Millie Bobby Brown knows how to be this character. Like this is a character that she totally understands. And so
I will say the only issues that I had, not with this season, but with the character progression, you saw like in season 1, whenever she uses her abilities to, like, what does she do? Like break that one bully's arm and like makes him piss himself or something. I can't.
Oh yeah.
In a minute, but like with that, like people are cheering. They're like, "Oh hey you!" Like we have a superpowered friend. Blah blah blah, whatever. And then you get to season 4. This one girl's being a total bitch towards her and like saying, "Hey, like your dad's not all that, whatever." And then she like smashes her face in with a skate. And then everyone flips around. They're like, wait, no, what are you doing? You can't do that. It's like, which way, guys? Come on.
Yeah. I think, look, unless they shit the bed on this one, I feel like this season's probably going to be pretty good. I know they have a lot. I don't know. Do you guys remember Lost? The show Lost?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a feeling we're going to have, if they don't nail it 100%, we're going to end up with another Lost situation where people are going to be mad about the way that. No,
I'm kidding.
People are going to be mad about the way it is. Does anybody else? Are either of you concerned about that? I feel like that we could be heading in that direction with Stranger Things if they don't tie up all the loose ends.
Well, I love the finale of Lost, so my attitude is as long as I'm happy, I don't care if anyone else complains about it.
Jake, did you like Lost? Did you like the way it ends?
Did I like the show? Yes. Did I like the way it ended? No.
I had a feeling. That's why I asked that question. I had a feeling. There's some people who argue about like, and I don't want to go too far off on this because we're still talking about Stranger Things, but they argue about like what actually happened at the end of Lost, like what we were actually witnessing.
Put it this way: I was less upset with the ending of Lost than I was with the ending of Game of Thrones.
Okay, well, there's that. Joe, did you like the end of Game of Thrones?
I bailed on Game of Thrones after season 3. I gotta say, Larry Kordowitz is in the chat. Good to see you, Larry.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Larry.
No, I bailed on Game of Thrones way early. Two things. There's two things with Game of Thrones. Number one, I love science fiction. I love horror. I love superheroes. Like I love a lot of these nerdy genres. Fantasy never really been my thing.
Right.
That said, I gave Game of Thrones a good try. I'm like, I got in about 3 or 4 seasons. And frankly, they took too long between seasons. And every year they would come back, when they would come back with a new season, the new season would start. And I'd be like, I don't remember who half these people are.
What is the longest break between seasons of Stranger Things?
I think it's this one.
Which is what, 3 years?
Close to 3.5. So this break and the season 3 to 4 break are about the same time.
Right.
Because season 1 and 2, it was like a year and a couple months. Because season 1 was like summer of 2016. Season 2 was like Halloween of 2017. And season 3 was, I think, July of 2019. Then season 4 was like May of 22.
I'm looking it up now. Season 3 was in 2019 and season 4 was 2022.
So this break and the last break are about the same amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I would say anybody out there who's curious about Stranger Things, give it a shot. It's 4 episodes. It's like 2 movies. If you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. The next drop, I think, is in a couple weeks. So,
Christmas Day.
So it's Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve.
That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
And New Year's, the one opening on New Year's is also opening in the theaters.
Yeah, I
so.
want to see it in theaters. I think,
But it's only
If I'm
playing
really
for
good
one
time.
day, for what I understand. So it's like if you're not free that day.
The Snyderverse dropping 2.99 super chats. I do appreciate it, and we have hit the channel or the goal in the Reloaded channel. So thank you guys so much. I'll be making the poll here in a second with the choices on it. Jake or anybody in the chat wants to suggest some choices, drop them in the private chat.
Okay, I might throw some like recycled ones that.
Yeah, if it's ones we haven't done, go for it. By the way, if we have another person show up tonight, we'll be able to do a list. But I said to everyone last week, if we don't actually do one tonight, we're going to switch to doing them at the beginning of the streams instead of the end. So
I got to disagree with Short Car in the chat. Short Car says I keep saying people say the show should have ended after season 1. It's like they forget it ended on a cliffhanger. I disagree. Season 1 ended on a cliffhanger.
wait, which show are we talking about?
I assume he's talking about Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, all right.
But yeah, I disagree that season 1 ended on a cliffhanger. We did see Will cough up that like Demigorgon slug.
Yeah.
But is that a cliffhanger, or is
There's
that like
there's a lot of scary movies where you get like a stinger at the end that doesn't
Right.
necessarily lead to anything.
yeah,
So-
like the end of Carrie, or the end of the Randy even makes fun of it. Oh, this is where the killer comes back for that one last scare.
Yeah.
You get that little thing at the
Yeah,
end.
I guess you could look at it that way. Yeah. Lone Wolf here with the $5 super chat. Lucas looks 30. And Holly's supposed to be 8. She looks 14. So seeing her all kiddish is a bit weird, but I can overlook. It doesn't hurt the story. Yeah, I mean, that's the point I was making, is that I would prefer if they did time jumps that made sense to me, but it doesn't affect whether or not I like the show. I'm enjoying the show. These are non-immersion breaking nitpicks for me. Lone Wolf with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. Eric, would you do a tier list? Or do you think it's going to die? Seeing a lot of content creators making them right now could be fun. Who's going to die in Stranger Things? I don't know.
Probably all gonna die. Kidding.
If Jake wants to make a tier list with all the Stranger Things characters that are still alive,
They all die and find themselves on the island from Lost.
we can do it one night if Jake wants to make that list, but only if Jake makes the list, because I'm not making it.
Yeah, only me. All right.
Wait. Is there might be a tier maker list with everybody on it already? Because if people
I don't
are doing
know
these,
if I don't know if it's current to now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just sent you a few things in private chat, just some things to recycle.
Yeah,
I'm-
we'll do some of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm seriously looking forward to like this next drop of no Siri. Damn it, leave me alone. Sorry, I said that and my thing went off. I'm looking forward to this next drop. I definitely am. I will say I'm not going to say which one, but I will say one of my predictions for this season came true already.
Oh, well, don't spoil it yet.
I'm not saying it.
All right. So we're going to take a look over here at no, I don't want Grok to explain something to me. Stop asking me to do that. I'm looking at a tweet and it's asking me if I want their AI to explain it to me. I don't need you to I don't need an AI to explain a tweet to me. That's such a brain dead thing. All right. So let's talk about this. I thought this was quite interesting because a lot of people think that once Warner Brothers gets sold, it's the end of the DCU and Zack Snyder is coming back. Thoughts on this, Jake? Thoughts on this, Joe? Would you want to see the Snyderverse return?
There's no scenario where that makes sense. Let's hey, we just bought this studio. Let's return to a thing that happened 10 years ago. That was divisive at that time.
I was going to say that's not financially successful.
Right.
But, it is what it is. Jake, are you a fan of the Snyderverse?
There were things I liked and things I didn't. I'm not going to say I was full one way or the other. People have tried to put me in the box of, oh, you're on gun side, oh, you're on Snyder side. People have tried to put me in one box or the other for years, and they're going to continue failing because things I disagree with Snyder on, things I disagree with Gunn on. So
let's read. What does the chat say here? Where is it at? Hashtag Snyderverse is dead from Chris. Dalton says the Snyderverse is just like Jesus any day now.
Well, it only took Jesus 3 days.
Larry here says, I'm a proud Snyder bro, but Joe is correct.
But see, here's the thing. I keep seeing this new thing where the Snyder bros, and I'm not counting people like Larry, who's just a fan and not a crazy person.
Yeah.
But the Snyder bros have been trying to spin this thing that there's toxicity from gun fans. Gun fans are toxic. And they're saying things like, well, if Gun gets canceled, you're going to see them hashtagging, that they want Gun back.
Right.
Now, here is the key difference between the Snyder bros and fans who like Gun. We're not all about Gun. like you see, you know who I liked? Walter Hamada. All the best DCEU movies, like The Flash and Shazam and Birds of Prey, all the best DCEU movies came out under Walter Hamada. You know who else I like? Tim Burton. He gave us Batman 89 and Batman Returns. I also like Richard Donner. These Snyder bros are like, it's got to be Snyder. If it's not Snyder, no money. It's just nothing but Snyder. And I'm like, no, I like Gun. But I also
but
like
Joe, it's also specifically Snyder DC stuff, like not Snyder stuff, like not
That's
Rebel
the thing.
Moon.
Whenever you run into these people that claim to be Snyder fans, whenever you try to talk about one aspect of his filmography or his work that is not DC related or specifically Superman related, people will steer the conversation all the way back. Like whenever I tried to talk about people, you have any idea how frustrating it was when Army of the Dead came out and I was trying to have conversations about that movie and they're like, oh, when are he and Henry Cavill coming back to do Man of Steel 2? It was so damn frustrating. And whenever you try to talk to them about something like, Twilight of the Gods, Army of the Dead, The Last Photograph that's filming right now, they always twist their way. And onto the Gun side of things, I'm not saying this applies to everybody who likes Gun. I know it doesn't. But I could not tell you the amount of people that I've seen out there that, they are, so the toxic Gun fans, and I'm not saying this is every Gun fan, but there are toxic ones out there, they will respond to either, Zach's recent Instagram post where he just posts a picture from something he filmed, which is a normal thing to do as a filmmaker. They do it all the time. And he's just posting from things that he shot, and people will not necessarily say this to him directly, but will just bash in the face of the people who do like Snyder's projects and say, his universe is dead. You need to move on. You need to let it go. It's like, you guys are the ones not letting it go. You guys are the ones telling him to move on when you guys are the ones stuck in the past and just continuing to harp on the same thing over and over when it's old as a fucking mummy by now. So it's really getting on my nerves. Sorry, ran over.
That's okay. Joe, going back to what you were saying, do you think it's specifically Snyder as a director, or does it have something to do with his connection to DC? Because we're seeing he doesn't support, these people don't support other projects. They don't support Zack Snyder. They only care about his DC stuff. Like when he was trying to get Rebel Moon going, they didn't want to hear about Rebel Moon. Some of them did, but the majority, they didn't give two craps about Rebel Moon. They were all like, oh yeah, this is great. He's making Rebel Moon at Netflix. So now Netflix can buy the Snyderverse and give us DC stuff. It's like, it's insane. It's like they got a one-track mind. It's all they think. And this is why I say, when I say that there's not toxic Gun fans, because the people who like Gun just like varied artists, different people making DC. We're not saying it's got to be, there's only one guy. Because remember that before Gunn got hired, there was a guy they were talking about named Dan Lin. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not too familiar with him, but when I was reading about him, I'm like, he sounds pretty good. I would have been happy with him based on what I read. And if we're going, because obviously Gunn did Suicide Squad under the DCEU. If we look at other filmmakers in the DCEU, if they said we were going to turn it over to James Wan, I would have been okay with that. I like James Wan. It's like, it's not just like it's got to be this guy or no one else. Right.
Whereas that's what I see from the Snyder. One of their hashtags is no Snyder, no money.
Is that really?
Yeah, that's what like I know the harsh critics. That's one of the ones he uses.
A lot of people
All
don't
right.
realize Snyder didn't want to, be like the head of a long 10-year franchise plan. He had a 5-film vision, and that was the extent of it. People were pushing for things that he wasn't even doing because they think they know better and they don't.
All right, so since we reached our goal in the Reloaded channel, these are your top 4 choices on the poll, and here they go. Top 5 comic book castings with wasted potential. So that would be like movies and TV shows, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Top 5 standout scenes from comic book / superhero movies. Top 5 worst comic book costumes of all time. And top 5 non-Disney animated films.
So when you're talking worst comic book costumes, is that just in the comic books or in any form of media?
It's in the comic book specifically.
Okay.
So like a comic book costume that you've seen over the years that you're like, that's awful. It's ugly.
I would piss some people off with that.
All right, so let's read what they got to say here. This is from Forbes in regards to the Snyderverse and all this other stuff here. No matter who buys WBD, the DCU will remain. Any changes a buyer wanted to implement would likely fall within a narrow range, but I think the primary DCU plans will remain as is. Gunn's Superman is the most popular superhero film of 2025, with a box office result at least 40% or more higher than any of the previous 9 DCEU films from the past 8 years. It beat all 3 Marvel Studio releases this year. Superman also earned universal critical acclaim and high audience scores, as well as strong streaming numbers and home entertainment sales and rentals. The film will have generated significantly more than $100 million in profits and approaching $150 million globally when all said and done this year. It's not a failure, and it didn't underperform. It was widely beloved by mainstream audiences and most fans, and no amount of resentment or wishes or lies will change those facts. Whoever buys WBD or WB post-split should keep James Gunn and Peter Safran as co-CEOs of DC Studios and let them continue unimpeded in their plans for building up the DCU. And this is Mark Hughes over at Forbes. Thoughts on that?
Makes sense.
Granted, I made no secret of this. I don't love everything that Gunn has done, especially on his DC side of things. But if they're moving in a direction that means more products can come out, then hey, that's great, because it was kind of a depressing period for DC for a while. And you know what? We're getting the 3 projects next year that are part of DCU. Gunn doesn't have anything to do with them as far as directing or writing. So
Right.
there's that. For some reason, I think people are still stuck with the assumption that he does have a creative role in those when he doesn't have a direct role in them. Like, it takes a quick Google search to find that out. But I think, even though we really, we got 3 Gunn projects in a row, and I think next year will really, I think next year will be more defining for the DCU than this year. So,
Yeah.
because we'll really get to see it as a universe and not just one person's vision.
What does it say here? Chris goes, was it Forbes the one that's squawking off about how Superman actually failed at the box office mere months ago? They turned around quickly. Well, that was an interview with someone specifically.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, there are interviews, there's articles, and there's editorial pieces. So an article typically is just providing news and information about something. An editorial is an opinion piece by someone in the editorial staff, or is someone that's supplying editorials for whatever outlet they're going into, attributions, things like that. And then you have interviews, and the interviews are really just them talking to whoever they're talking to and then adding in their little bits and pieces here. But I will say this, the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, even Deadline sometimes have put out a lot of hit pieces about these larger studio films and things like that, because they're just leaning into the negativity that's on social media, pretty much.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about the other thing that came out on Forbes recently?
Which other thing?
The Deadpool and Wolverine thing that came out lately.
I did see that. I wouldn't mind talking about it because I think they're being a little bit duplicitous in the way they're framing that. Is there a particular link to like? Let me see. I want to find the.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Okay, hold on. I'll throw it in here. There we go.
All right. Can I read this whole article? Is it going to make me sign up for an account?
Good question. I don't know.
All right. So, oh God, nothing drives me up the wall more than this current, like, fascination, obsession with like how much money a studio spends on a movie. I'll be quite honest. I'm really good at this because I understand. I've really done a lot of research on this. I understand how this works. They take advantage of the ignorance of the readers. I think some of the people that write these articles don't know as much as they think they know because they leave out stuff sometimes. And there's also people who just don't bother to read the fucking articles.
And if they make the first few words sound professional, people will run with it.
So Deadpool and Wolverine cost $500 million, but did it make a profit? I want you guys to understand that it's easy for a movie in 2025 to come close to $500 million. It's really easy.
Yeah.
It's really easy. We have movies now that cost $250 million in estimated budget. Then they have to spend money on all kinds of other things outside of that. It's easy to reach that amount. But here's the thing. They end up like getting tax credits and rebates and all kinds of incentives and things like that lower the cost of it. That's why no movie truly cost $500 million. It just doesn't. I think you guys in the chat have to understand this. These kinds of numbers don't make sense because they don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
So if you throw that kind of number in there, you look at that movie, and I'm not shitting on the movie. I really like it. But if you throw that number in there, then you put that movie up next to it, where does that money go?
Right.
That's the thing. Like, you mathematically cannot...
I would say
you can't delegate that much money to the parts in this movie.
I would say there's probably a lot of things that we're just not aware of. But it says here, Disney has revealed that it spent more than $500 million on the 2024 adult action movie Deadpool and Wolverine, and confirmed that its final cost exceeded the production budget. So did it make a profit? Here we go. I don't care if it made a profit. How about that? I don't care. When I leave a movie, I don't think how many people that work for Disney and the board of directors is going to make a bunch of money off of this movie. That's not. I don't think about that. It's no secret that Deadpool and Wolverine was a hit at the box office. The movie grossed $1.34 billion, making the only one of Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero movies to pass the $1 billion threshold post-pandemic. Its bottom line wasn't quite as punchy as this. To calculate the studio's profit when a picture plays in a movie theater, it costs that needs to be deducted from its takings. Although Deadpool and Wolverine grossed $1.3 billion, Disney didn't pocket all of this. No shit, Sherlock.
Your news.
Do people really believe that this $1.3 billion goes all the way into the pocket of Disney and they don't divvy this out over different to different people?
Yeah,
I mean,
people probably do believe that.
All right. The amount that theaters pay to studios is known in the trade as a rental fee and an indication of typical level. We know this. There's usually some sort of a deal with the studio on how much they take out per ticket, and it is not a flat amount. Here it says the amount that theaters pay to studios trade rental fees, indication of the typical level when it comes to film. Industry consultant Stephen Follows, who interviewed 1,235 film professionals in 2014, 2014, over a decade ago, and concluded that according to studios, theaters keep 49% of the takings on average. This is an old study. Let me see if I can find something more recent. I'm just curious. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so it says here, according to... When was this article written? Let's see. Hold on, sorry. Okay, this is from 2025. Dark Skies. 2025 here. Movie theaters generally retain, and this is going back to this article, which is why it's such a standard thing, 40 to 50% of the gross ticket sales revenue. However, on opening weekend, most studios take 60 to 70% of the ticket revenue. And then after that, it drops down to 30 to 40% for the theaters after high traffic periods. That's why front-loaded movies, that's why opening weekend is extremely important for a lot of these studios.
Yep.
And Disney negotiates per movie. It says here, Disney is known to negotiate per film. So there is no standard number on this. So
And
this is a rule of thumb, and I consider rule of thumbs to be unreliable when it comes to stuff like this.
Even if they have a strong opening weekend, that doesn't mean that there won't be a big second week drop.
Yeah. The research lends weight to a widely established 50-50 split, which would get Deadpool or give Disney $670 million from Deadpool and Wolverine. This is magic math, right? This is magic math. This is somebody with their calculator using rule of thumb math. Deadpool and Wolverine stars Ryan blah 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 blah, and okay.
Ryan
exactly
who?
how much? Yeah, blah blah blah. Exactly how much Disney spent on Deadpool and Wolverine was laid bare in a recent report. All right, what is this report here?
Report, huh? Report, you say?
Oh, this is going back to that stupid. Oh my god. This is that stupid like fucking UK article where they talked about tax rebates.
I guess
It's the
I just
same fucking.
bypassed that.
Okay, hold on. The precise cost of movies made in the United States is usually a closely guarded secret as studios combine them in their overall expenses and don't break. Yes, I've said this before. Films, like marketing budgets and all that, get combined into quarterly statements. So it's really hard to determine exactly how much they cost. Movies made in the United Kingdom are a different story, and Deadpool and Wolverine was one of them. The movie was largely shot in Pinewood Studios, just outside London, and a local quarry doubling for the dusty dystopian void where the title characters met long-lost MCU stars. The filming location shines spotlight on the cost. Film in the UK has a magic touch. Movie budgets, the government reimburses studios up to 25.5% of the money spent in the country. Let's see here. So it was a tax credit, but now it's counted as revenue. The key condition of receiving is at least 10% of the core cost of the production have to be incurred in the UK in order to demonstrate to the authorities. Let's see here. I'm just going to kind of skim through this because it's a lot of words. A lot of words.
Words, stuff, vaping.
The Disney subsidiary behind Deadpool and Wolverine is called Richmond Street Productions UK, apparently in a nod to the movie cinematographer George Richmond. Its latest financial statements show that by October 31st, 2024, 3 months after the movie debuted, Disney had spent a staggering $533.7 million on making one of the top 10 most expensive films. So my question is, did they spend this or was it in pounds? You know what I mean?
Exactly clarified.
Yeah. Filming was heavily disrupted in the actors and writers strike in 2023. So they saved $104.7 million in tax credits. Brought it down to $429 million. I don't understand this article. Like, why do we care this much? Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh god!
They did not quote that Park Place in this article.
Are you kidding me?
Well, Forbes is officially trash.
Forbes literally quoted that Park Place in this article. You have to be fucking kidding me. Oh my fucking god.
And they called them film industry experts. Like Forbes, it's officially not a reliable publication anymore.
All their credibility just went bye, bye, bye. Yep, Eric checked out. Insert awkward silence here.
I had to step out for a minute. I holy shit.
I thought you wanted to just do the Tyrone Magnus maneuver where you walk into the shot after it's already shooting.
Oh my god.
Nope.
I can't tell you how my brain hurts right now.
This is what happens when Eric has a major malfunction.
Okay. If you've got a moment, who wrote this article? It was Christine something, right? Or
Yeah, let's scroll up here.
can,
Caroline Reed.
Caroline.
A senior contributor.
can we see like what else she's written? Because I'm going to.
So it says the Times, the Daily Telegraph, the Guardian, the Independent. She's actually worked for Financial Times and Wall Street Journal, and she's quoting that Park Place.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
So, okay, so she's got a hard on for, like, going after Disney, right? Let's look at these articles.
Did she just write the Disney park that hasn't built a new rides in decades?
But is increasing its ticket prices.
I mean, that's an image of Magic Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
They just opened like Tron like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago.
Profits plummet by 20% at Disney theme park. Here's why it's good news for the fans. Disney spent more on Andor than any of its Star Wars movies. This reads like she works for Park Place.
Is that actually true?
What?
Spent more on Andor than any of their Star Wars movies?
I don't know. Probably not.
Because the budget for Rise of Skywalker was ridiculous.
Disney revealed today that it spent $60.5 million on Star Wars streaming series Andor in 2024. Wait. Yeah, I mean, than any of its Star Wars movies. I don't know about that, but in this year, obviously, because Star Wars hasn't released a movie in like 5 years.
But also, there's 2 seasons of Andor.
Yeah.
And how many episodes of Andor? You're talking about 2 seasons of television compared to 1 movie. I'm not surprised by that at all. Of course, the show over the course of 2 years is going to cost more.
Yeah, it says Andor in 2024 ahead of the debut of its second season in April, giving the show a total of $705.5 million. So yeah, the series as a whole, like not one season.
So like 20 was this 20? Were there 12 episodes a season? Was it, or I think it was 12, maybe a little less. But we're talking roughly 24 hours of television.
So if they were going with just season 1, this would have probably been false.
This is very deceptive. Disney's theme park claims endowed as summer season revenue repeatedly hits year-long low. That's it. So she started writing relatively recently.
Oh, my brain hurts.
All right, hold on for a second. Caroline Reed. Let me check something.
Caroline Reed makes me not want to read.
All right, hold on. Holy shit, you guys. I honestly did not expect that in this article.
I cannot believe that a legit source like Forbes. I mean, not that they're not a legit source anymore. That's all there is to it.
Jesus, Chris. That one got a chuckle out of me. Are you scrolling through the rest of this, Eric? Because all we're seeing is her face.
Yeah, I'm not, but yeah, you're right. Let me move that down. Let's see. We'll go back to the article for a second. Hold on. I'm just double checking like any information on her. Okay, so a couple things. She is a contributing writer for Forbes, right? Which says right here. Contributor. She's not actually part of their staff. And it says here, according to what I'm looking at, it says Forbes, since around 2010, in its online version, has relied heavily on contributor networks. So it's not traditional journalist stuff. It says fact-checking communities caution that much of the content published under Forbes' contributor model should be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Just because it's on Forbes doesn't automatically guarantee it's been fact-checked.
Okay.
I can't understand how you would go. I'm going to show you like what kind of articles are on Park Place quickly, because just clicking on it, if she would have gone to the site, there's no way you can look at this. Where is it at?
And think it's legitimate.
Did I skip over it? No, it must be further down. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. So here's this. Did Deadpool and Wolverine actually lose money? Did they actually lose money? We can't do math. Even though she determined with her math that it was like $240 million in profit, according to this, they might have lost money. Oh my gosh.
You guys remember whenever you were in school and you did a math problem and your teacher asked you to show your work? This person is not showing their work. They're just throwing out random numbers.
So she basically scalped this article. Like all she did was rewrite this. It's all she did was just go in and like probably told ChatGPT, write this again and make it look this is ChatGPT. There's an EM pause. That right there. That is a sign of a AI writer.
There's another one right
people
there.
Don't put that in there.
There's another one past the parentheses there.
Yeah. This is all AI. This is an AI article.
Oh, Jesus.
So they didn't even write the article. There's another one right here.
Yep.
People don't put these in their. This is a telltale sign that it's an AI article.
There's another one up there in the top article. Or the top paragraph.
So they didn't even write the fucking art. So she
Wait a
copied an article.
Wait. Go up. New reporting from Caroline Reed. So they're crediting her and she's crediting them. This is like that, Geeks and Gamers website thing where it's the unending loop.
Oh my God. Holy fucking shit.
Jesus Christ.
So the article is an AI article. Forbes is crediting Park Place. Park Place is crediting Forbes. They're both using an article from the London Standard, which we've already seen that they've gone through and pulled out false information in the past. We've already gone over that. So it's not 100%.
But it's Caroline Reed at the London Standard. So apparently she wrote the article at the London Standard. Then they took it and then she rewrote the article that they took from her.
It's not apparently. Look.
Yeah.
She's
Insane.
a writer. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the fuck?
This is just sad.
I'm speechless.
My brain hurts.
So Caroline wrote this article for the Standard and then went to Forbes over here and wrote this article, which is just a copy of a credited article over here on that Park Place that was written with AI that credits the other two articles. So they're sourcing each other.
That's still like an ass backwards form of plagiarism. when you
How
look at
long
it.
ago did this Forbes article come out?
It's recent. Let me check. So Park Place came out on November 25th.
The Forbes
Forbes
article's like
came
a
out
week.
on November 27th.
Yeah, so it's like just less than a week old.
And the one over here on the Standard came out around the same time, 7 days ago. So they all came out like roughly around the same time, within a couple days of each other.
Oh, by the way, I was looking for it on X, and Rob Liefeld has quoted the Forbes article and calls it fantastic reporting. Incredible details.
Yeah. Eric, look at that article. Which article? Which one? We're looking at 3 different ones. Oh my God. Oh my God. It looks like we have somebody in the green room, but I don't see a camera. Oh.
Oh,
I was like, who? I saw Deviant Art. I should have known who it was. I was like, who the fuck is this?
I forgot I had the little shutter.
No, so it's not even plagiarism. Let me explain to you guys what's going on here, right? This is like Trust Me Bro times 3. So what it is Caroline Reed wrote something for one of these places first. And then whoever that other guy is from that Park Place, I didn't even see his name, who made the article with AI, used her as a source. And then she went to Forbes and used that Park Place as the source from information that she provided, because she knew she couldn't source herself. Right? She couldn't say like, oh, well, the only source is an article that I wrote. She had to use something else. So she used that Park Place. That Park Place used her.
Yep.
So essentially, this is her being like, trust me, bro.
Yep. It's just a circle. It doesn't have a beginning point.
What I miss?
So this article about Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily spreading 100% fake information, but I think it's being a little misleading in what it's doing, because it's using rule of thumb on cost of tickets and stuff like that. So it doesn't talk about like all the tax credits they get other places, rebates they get on advertising. There's a lot of things they leave out of this. So it's kind of a Trust Me Bro article about how much money the movie made, which I don't give a fuck about. But the writer of this article here sourced another website, right? So she sourced this other website. This other website sourced her. So it's basically, it's just
It's AI generated. It's just the freaking whatever large language model it's using. Just probably use this art. It's like you said before. It's probably just a big old feedback loop.
This is crazy. I honestly didn't expect to find this one when you sent me this article. I was like, okay, we're going to talk about it, but this is crazy.
Shit's just lazy.
This is so deceptive. I don't even know what the
These
fuck.
people are allowed to keep their jobs.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we don't know if Caroline Reed is a real person.
It probably isn't.
Like, it's really easy to not look. I'm not saying she's not, but I'm saying like it's really easy nowadays to just create a person with AI and pretend it's a real person.
Yep, and some people are even throwing weddings with their AI companions.
What? Okay.
I'm not joking.
If people try to marry Miku Hatsune, so I'm not even surprised at that.
Oh my God.
No, did you see that one anime that came out? It called Banana Fish. It never got a
Banana Fish.
Oh my God!
It never got a UL, a English dub.
It never got a localization.
Yeah. So Amazon in their infinite wisdom put the localization and the translation as through an AI. It is so ass.
Yeah.
It is terrible. Like it sounds like someone's reading off of a freaking like it doesn't sound like someone's trying to act. It just sounds like someone's just reading the script.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's answer some super chats here. Where do we stop at here? Oh, Big Bang Shelter is in the house. Good to see you. $5 super chat. Who would win in a fight between Pennywise and the Joker? Pennywise.
Pennywise is an actual demon.
Yeah, it's like a
Pennywise
cosmic entity. Joker would lose immediately.
Listen, if Pennywise goes up against the Joker, then he's gonna meet a worse Joker's gonna meet a worse fate than Arthur Fleck at the end of Folie à Deux.
Also, how good is TV these days? We have Fallout Season 2 and 2. I am excited for Fallout Season 2.
2 weeks, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
And how good is TV? I mean, it depends on what you're watching. We got Fallout coming out. We got Percy Jackson coming out. So
I still need to get Netflix so I can watch Stranger Things season.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, here it's pretty good. It's a damn shame what they did to Luke's hairline, though.
Yeah.
I feel like every character in some season, every character gets the shit end of the stick with hairlines. Because happened to Will last season, and it's happened to Lucas now.
Yeah. Space and Goats, a channel member for 1 month. Good to see you, Space and Goats. I hate AI for ruining EM Dash as a fanfic. Yeah, it's like people that write articles don't use that. Like writers don't write that way for like editorials and stuff like that. It's a big dead giveaway. Like, look, newsflash for anybody that wants to do this: just tell the AI to not use EM dashes.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Say, write something for me and don't use EM dashes, and it won't do it.
Well, let's hope they don't get rid of them, because that way we know.
Well, it just goes to show how lazy they are. Look, if you're somebody that has used AI for any amount of time, you would know that when it comes to things, you just tell it not to do something, it doesn't do it, right? So all you have to do is tell it not to do that. But lazy people using AI that are just having them write the articles for them, just say, write this article based on this. They copy and paste. There's already been people that have found out articles are wrong that are made with AI because they have incorrect information in it.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. I looked up something on Google, and the Google AI was just objectively wrong.
It was wrong. You have to put negative AI to not get AI results. That you have to put like the dash AI.
Yeah, it's like everyone thinks AI is this cure-all, fix everything thing, and it's like every computer. It is a computer. Like, in space,
look,
right?
but Space says, look,
a computer is not smarter than the person who builds the computer.
Just edit it out. That's what I'm saying is they're so lazy they don't. That's the part. Like it's even worse than someone using AI to help them write something. They're literally letting the AI write it, and they're just copy and pasting it. They're not even doing anything else with it. It's crazy.
Here's what I was trying to say. AI is only as good as the information you feed it. You feed it bad information, it will give you bad information.
I can't tell you the amount of times I've used the Google AI and it's been wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely wrong.
And not even like a little wrong, like completely
very wrong.
wrong.
Yeah. Sheldor again with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Also, I'm watching, what is that? Star Trek? Stranger Things Season 5. ST is, it's an abbreviation for a lot of stuff. Stranger Things Season 5 tomorrow. It's a tongue twister. I think you'll enjoy it. The first 4 episodes are really good. The cliffhanger is pretty crazy. So
it ends on another cliffhanger? God damn it.
Yeah, but it's a really good cliffhanger. It's a really, really good.
I hate cliffhanger movies.
It's one of those juicy cliffhangers for sure. Yep. All right. Larry here with the $10 super chat and a channel member giving shout outs here. Says, just wanted to say how much I appreciate your content and this stream. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Going through some tough times fam-wise, and this show in real time has me actually smiling in the face of actual death. Much love. Thank you, Larry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out. Sorry to hear you're going through some tough stuff, but glad that you get a moment away from it.
Here, I'm saying, I'm stressing out because I got to move in a week, but this is my condolences, bro.
Yeah. Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat. You should be asking who wins between Pennywise and Art the Clown. LOL. Also, Eric, what are your thoughts on the tier list content in general? Mini test. I don't mind tier list stuff. I don't like making the list. I hate making those lists. Making the tier list. I don't mind dragging and dropping. I hate putting the pictures into it because it's always so time consuming.
Yeah. Actually, Darren on Lance's stream last week, we kind of did a sort of a weird tier list that was actually kind of fun.
Oh, well, that wasn't like a tier list. That was like an elimination game he built on.
Yeah, it's more of elimination,
Elimination game?
He put a bunch of comic shows and movies all up in a thing, and then we would take turns on the panel. Somebody was getting rid of one, and nobody else on the panel could stop them, even though it caused heated disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody...
It caused some crash outs.
Well, yeah, because halfway through the thing, not even halfway through, this guy over here gets rid of Logan. I was like, Fucking asshole.
I'm sorry, I didn't like the movie.
I'm giving you a hard time. But...
Yeah, I know.
Larry here with a $5 super chat. Thank you again, Larry. Google AI famously said White Dragon was vigilante, if I recall. Oh my gosh. You know what? I thought it would be really fun one night to go on and just see how bad Google AI is. Just open it up and ask it questions to see what kind of answers it gives, because they're so wrong. AI has a long way to go.
Yep.
It really does.
Yeah, it's like, my thing is like, I'm afraid that people are going to look up something on AI, it be completely wrong, and they believe it wholeheartedly and saying, see, look, it's right here on AI. And you can have some.
It's already like that on Twitter. The minute you say something, they're like, at Grok, is this true? And it's like, you can't look it up yourself.
It takes 30 seconds.
Oh my God, it's so bad. So bad. Let's see here. Chris says, Logan's terrific, but not being a comics reader, I understand if people may not like it much.
I mean, I know plenty of people that aren't comics readers that loved it, so.
And I'm a comic reader and I didn't like it.
Fair.
Well, I was a
reader and I
comic
did.
reader. Let me be honest. I was a comic reader.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read a whole lot of the current stuff. Like, it went from this. Let me get my other hand in here. It went from this to probably like this. So it's
I
definitely
need to get some of those
gone
new
down.
X-Men comics.
Stellar Monk says, yeah, AI is wrong because it gets a lot of its information by scraping Reddit posts. Yeah, that's another issue, is that don't trust Reddit. Jaybird Z here says, hey, Google AI told me that a show was canceled. It has been renewed, and that made me laugh. Yeah, so I went on there before the stream to double check something on Google that we were going to be talking about, and it did the AI summary, and it was talking about something completely different. And the thing about it is, if I didn't know better, because there was only a small piece of it that told me it was wrong, I would have came on stream and been like, let me read off this piece of Google AI that, you know, is obviously incorrect, and would have felt fucking stupid. Yeah. Let's see. All right, I got a couple more things here. Unless you got something, Jake. I didn't know if you had anything else.
Wait, do I have something?
No, I didn't know. I was double
Oh,
checking.
no. I just... Well, because that one thing we were reading was on Forbes, and it made me think of that, so...
Have you guys seen all this drama around the Venom suit and Marvel Rivals?
Oh, yeah, it's funny. Wait, there's drama? But I heard that people said it was funny.
What, the one that's got like a Spider-Man skin on it?
No. It's like a tutu and like all these different colors.
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
thought it was like the purple pastel one, and
People-
then they had the emote when he's shaking his ass.
People dress up in dumb shit all the time like that in Fortnite. Why is it a problem here?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a video game. Calm down, bro. If you don't like the skin, then don't use it.
Oh, here we go. This might be
It's
interesting.
only a game. Why you
I'm
have
sure
to be mad?
Joe is gonna like this. Let me share this here.
Don't want to see your weddies, Eric.
No. Gal Gadot is receiving Oscar buzz for her role as the evil queen in Disney's Snow White. She would be competing in the Best Supporting Actress category with acts like Tiana Taylor, Ariana Grande, and Elle Fanning.
That's unexpected. She's very good in it, but I think if anything in that movie was going to get Oscar buzz, it should be the original songs.
Oh.
Especially Waiting on a Wish and Where the Good Things Grow. Like, I mean, they are really good songs. But
her performance wasn't good. I haven't seen the movie. I just been with what I've been reading.
I thought she was great. She really camps it up. Like she plays it like very, very it's very, very kind of campy, cartoonish kind of villain, which I think is exactly the tone they needed for this. Like for a movie like this. I think it's the right way to play it.
What about you, Jake?
Oh, I don't care. I legitimately don't care. I saw the movie once, didn't like it. I expected going into this movie that Gal's performance might be the only thing that I like, and I walked out of this movie liking less than I thought I would.
I'm just curious, chat. Chat, thumbs up if you think this is true. Thumbs down if you think it's bullshit. I'm just curious. This is one of those times where they're saying she's receiving buzz, but I'm curious what the chat thinks. Thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs down if you.
I didn't even see it. I didn't see it because I'm not a huge Disney fan. I don't hate Disney for the most part, but it's Snow White, whatever.
I think whoever wrote this might have been buzzed.
I'm not saying it's a real account. I'm just asking you guys if you in the chat if you believe it or not. I'm not saying this is 100%.
Getting a lot of thumbs downs.
Mhm.
And, I think people's bullshit detector's going off. So
I see. That's why I like to gauge the chat. The chat always knows best. So, all right, let's talk about something else here. Thomas Jane says he was miscast as the Punisher. He's an Italian. He's got black hair and a whole different sort of lineage. I'm not that guy. I'm happy that part is now played by someone who is more right for the role. Thoughts on this? Any Thomas Jane fans in the house?
I didn't hate this Punisher, and I have the collector's edition of it over there, but if I'm being honest, out of the 4 main Punisher actors, he was probably my least favorite.
Who was your
What
favorite?
Punisher was he in?
The 2004 movie, that was him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see
I
that
think
one.
his favorite was Dolph.
You
Yeah.
guys know who my favorite was?
Yes.
So from bottom to top, or from top to bottom, I'd say John, Ray, Dolph, Thomas.
Not 2004 film. What was the one?
Other
that
people
was-
can rank if you want to. Do you have a favorite, least favorite Punisher? There's been a few of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually liked Ray Stevenson's Punisher.
Oh yeah, my favorite Punisher actor is probably what's his name? Walking Dead. I'm blanking. John Bernthal. But I think he's the best cast. But my favorite Punisher project has to be Punisher Warzone. That movie's insane. It's just I love that movie. It's so much fun.
I just need to see if we're gonna see a Punisher and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I just need to see one time, and I'm gonna be so happy if we get this. I need to hear John Bernthal say the words "battle van" just one time. That's all I'm asking for. Just one time, please.
He's like, yeah, call him my battle band. Battle band? Really? What? I'm working on name. All right, let's do something like that.
Did anybody?
That was
Did
one of the
anybody?
recurring gags of Spider-Man 90s. Whenever he would attack somebody, it was always battle van, detonator pack, battle van, heavy missile. It was like it was always a thing.
Did anybody ever see the it was the cartoon for little kids? What did they call it? Marvel Superhero Squad. It was like
Yeah.
it was like a little kids show. They did an episode with the Punisher. Did you ever see that? Like one episode, the Punisher showed up, and it was like a really like preschool version of the Punisher.
What?
But they got Ray Stevenson to do the voice because he had just done Punisher Warzone. And he's like driving the van, and all the superheroes are in the van, and he's like, crime is like when you have a plate of mac and cheese, and somehow broccoli gets mixed up with that mac and cheese. You don't want that broccoli. You just want the mac. And he goes on this ridiculous rant, but it was hilarious.
And he sounds like the R-rated Punisher, right? Like
Exactly, because that's who they got to do the voice. It was hilarious. Like I'm watching it with my daughter, like when it first aired, and I was cracking up. I'm like, this is hilarious.
Like the superhero squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was essentially
okay.
Marvel's.
I gotta look this up.
It was essentially Marvel's Teen Titans Go.
All right. We got some Green Lantern stuff. James Hall, as director of the first 2 episodes of Lanterns, had this to say when asked about the scope of the series. There are excitements to come. It won't disappoint the classic fans. You get to meet the characters in quite a rooted way before it takes you intergalactic.
Yeah, I think that's what people were worried about, is that they wouldn't get to see a lot of the intergalactic bits.
You know, we talked about this a little bit about whether or not we're going to see something because they did that little like first look in Brazil. Do we think we're going to see something for Green Lanterns before the end of 2025?
Maybe.
And when I say see something, I mean like even a photo, something along that way. You know.
Again, maybe, and I made the prediction just yesterday that, you know, since like we're getting Supergirl in May, so you know, it's coming out earlier in the year than Superman did, so we're likely going to get some sort of teaser trailer for it this month. As far as Lanterns were the things that it was pushed or to late summer, was that true?
Yeah, well, it's not in the beginning of the year anymore. So yeah.
Okay, well then we might get stuff for Supergirl first, and then we might get a Lanterns thing before the end of the year, but it's hard to say.
Ooh. Just looking through
Well,
here.
whenever Supergirl's coming out, like whether it's May or June, like end of May, start of June, it's still earlier than Superman. So I think we're due for a trailer soon.
I don't think we're going to see anything on Lanterns until January, because they're just they're saying that we're just about to get a Supergirl trailer. I think that's where they're going to concentrate for now. But I think maybe
Supergirl's going to be the focus for now.
Yeah, but I think like maybe January we'll start to hear stuff.
I hope so.
Shoot, I mean, depending how late in the year Lanterns is, we might get, and I'm not saying it'll be the first look, but we might get a trailer for Lanterns on top of Supergirl, just like we got a Peacemaker trailer on top of Superman.
I could see HBO doing some kind of promo in early January, like this year on HBO. Here's what you're going to get.
Do you think they're going to avoid showing any costumes or anything like that in the trailers?
Of Lanterns?
Yeah. Like, do you think they'll try to hide it so that more like TV-centric viewers will watch it?
I don't really know.
I mean, I feel like they could. It would piss a lot of people off. I would probably be annoyed if they do a trailer without any sort of like hint of.
I mean, people are pissed off already just on photos and synopses, so that's not really any way you're going to avoid that.
I just saw this here. Justin Lin to direct Helldivers video game movie.
Oh God!
I just hope they don't.
The only thing I know Justin Lin from is the Fast and Furious movies, right?
There are a lot of other video games that I think you should turn into movies.
He directed Star Trek Beyond.
Oh,
Just
did he?
call Verhaven or Verhoeven, how you pronounce his name. Just get him to do it.
Oh,
Because it's just Star Trek Troopers. Yeah. It is just Star Trek Troopers.
God, I love that movie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Helldivers parody freaking Star Trek Troopers and Warhammer 40K so much. It's like, just get Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah, and see what's funny is people will be like, "Oh no, it didn't," and then people say no, it didn't have like fucking never seen Starship Troopers,
or the whole thing just flew right over their heads.
Yeah,
I actually think Starship Troopers. I know we're on something else right now, but I think Starship Troopers took a while for people to actually understand the satire of that film. People are just now getting it, like all these years later.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was like, I don't know, I was in my 20s when that movie came out. I was like, I got it right away. It's like, what are y'all talking about? It's like, no, this is basically saying, I want to say early 90s, like late 90s.
Wait,
97.
97? Yeah. I was in high school. Yeah, I was still in high school when that came out. But yeah, it's, I got it right away. This is, what's wrong with people? I hate people. Like, it's right in your face. Like, this is fascism. Here it is. It's not that great.
They're not hiding it.
Would you like to know more?
Even with that pointless dancer, you think I'm gonna take a beating on the public square? No way. It was like, what kind of society is this?
And you know, it's even funny to just like piggyback off that point. It's hilarious that the generation that's grown up with like Family Guy and South Park gets so triggered by every little thing.
You know what else I wondered? I don't know if this was some kind of commentary. If it was, I don't understand what this was saying. But everybody had like a Latino name, but they were all like super white.
Oh, in Starship Troopers?
Yeah, Johnny Rico, Carmen Ibanez, but they all were like super white people.
Probably because there's no nations. It's just this one world government taking over everything and everywhere. Everybody's everywhere. It's like there's no real ethnicities or anything. It's just you're from Earth. Yeah.
All right. So we also have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie that we talked about the other day, and the new Sonic are set to come out in 2028.
Oh, cool.
Anybody a fan of the Sonic franchise?
Yes.
I will
Those
say
movies were way better than it had
that
any right
Knuckles
to be.
show was an abomination. Like,
Yeah,
Burning
we
Fire.
don't count.
I like
that.
the
Nope.
Knuckles show.
What?
I like that.
I like the-
Pretty
I like the
much
episodes Knuckles were in.
The only thing I didn't like, and I didn't hate it, but I wasn't crazy about Sonic 3. Sonic 3 was took itself too seriously. There wasn't enough humor in it. But I really liked the first two in Knuckles.
I felt like Knuckles, at least the bits that I did watch of that, it felt like it focused too much on the human characters for me.
Yeah, that's usually a problem with these type of movies.
Yeah,
They
it's
always
like-
focus on the human characters. It's like, we don't care about the people. Give me the Transformers. Give
Right,
me
it's
the weird
like-
little alien thing that's not supposed to be in real life.
Right, it's like, when your show's called Knuckles and Knuckles is barely around, that's a problem.
Mhm.
And that was one of my many.
Yeah, like I said, the
problems.
episodes Knuckles were in were actually pretty good.
And I mean, that was one of my many problems with the Bay Transformers movies. I was like, I don't give a fuck about these regular ass humans. Give me the big robots.
You see, I didn't notice Knuckles not being there. That wasn't something I noticed. What's the lead's name? The human lead in that show.
Oh, I forgot. I don't even know who it is.
I know his
thought he-
character name was Wade.
Yeah, Wade. I thought he was really funny. Like, I really enjoyed him. And then his sister, they brought in his sister, and it was Heather the Bird Lady from Resident Alien. And I think she's very fun. She was great on Resident Alien. I thought she was great on that show, too.
Okay, yeah, she was actually kind of funny. Some people find her annoying, which I get that, but I actually thought she was kind of funny.
I don't know. I'm a little torn how I feel about TMNT right now because
Well, that last Ronin movie got cut. So we're not
that's
doing
what I was
that.
thinking. Like, I'm like really bummed out about that. I was like, that sucks. And yeah, I'm again not feeling great about that. But I mean, if they're doing a new live action movie, then give me something in the vein of like the original '90s movie and not whatever the fuck Michael Bay did, because I really could not stand that.
So weren't. So you're not a Bayformers fan.
Absolutely
Nah.
not.
The first one was
I think-
fine.
The first one's watchable, and then I don't think he made this, but Bumblebee's great, and then that's
I
it.
love Bumblebee. It's my favorite Transformer movie.
Yeah.
It's my favorite live action one because for me it goes 86, 1, like Transformers 1, Bumblebee, and then there's like a big drop, and then the first one, and then everything else.
I take issue with people calling them the Bayformers. That bothers me because Michael Bay did not make those movies. He was an executive producer, but he did not direct those movies. He did not write those movies. I actually like them, and I'm not a Michael Bay fan. I think I would have hated them if Michael Bay made them.
You like all of them or some of them?
I like both. Well, there was only 2 of them, but I like both. The second one was better than the first one. The second one was definitely better than the first one when they brought in Krang and the Technodrome and all that stuff, and Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oh,
Then
wait.
Then it's sure a bad thing if they list Michael Bay as the director.
You're talking about the TMNT movies.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
yeah. I hate his Transformers movies. His Transformers movies are garbage.
I actually prefer the second Turtles movie to the first one.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
I don't think they're both great. Stephen Amell sucked as Casey Jones.
Hey, I didn't say he was good.
See, I thought he was good as Casey Jones. I mean, he was no Elias. How do you say his name? Cotius or
from
Cotius?
the original film.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I don't know if it's Cotius or Cotis or what, but he was obviously a better Casey.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I purchased Dispatch. I need to figure out when I'm going to do the streams for it.
There you go.
God,
God,
it'll
I
be
don't know,
one day this
seeing-
week. I don't know what day yet.
Like seeing Amell in those Transformers movies, I was like, okay, you clearly cannot break from your Oliver Queen character, and it shows. And then,
So you're saying he was just giving off Oliver Queen, even though he's supposed to be Casey Jones?
that's what it felt like. And then with Megan Fox, I'm like, okay, like yeah, you're nice to look at, but you bring about as much to this as you do to Transformers, and that's not a lot.
Fetman says, guys, how do you feel about Hockey Mask?
Ugh.
Yo Yiggity Yo says, I just thought him as Casey was funny. They even made a joke about it in Arrow.
Yeah, because the fuck's his name? Wild Dog was around that time, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What kind of vigilante wears a hockey mask?" And Oliver was like, "I don't know. I think it's kind of cool."
Yeah, of course. But also they say that Stephen Amell plays Oliver Queen in everything that he's in. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, from the bit I saw of that Suits show, it definitely just felt like Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
You know,
think
I
so.
don't
We'll
have
probably
a.
find out who's directing the new live action
without the
Turtles
green
movie
hood.
next year. Yeah, probably, Anthony.
I don't think that's a problem though. People like always criticize people who always kind of play the same type of character. Like you'll hear people go, "Oh, The Rock's always The Rock." I don't think that's a bad thing. Like if you're casting for that type of character and you get a guy who does that type of character well, that's their niche.
There's several actors that I kind of put in that bubble for the most part. Will Smith is another actor who I think kind of got typecast as himself for a lot of movies. He had to sort of break out of it, but
Yeah, he's
definitely
gotten
was
better over the
typecast.
years, but
Yeah. Jim Carrey for a long time was kind of typecast as just being Jim Carrey in a different role.
Mhm.
Jason Statham is, I
yeah.
feel like, kind of falling into that too.
He's
And, like,
always the same kind of character for the most part.
right.
Yeah.
And whenever you put him and The Rock in a movie together, it always becomes a dick measuring contest. So
Oh, yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're getting familiar with the tropes.
Wait, Jim Carrey and The Rock did a movie together?
No, I'm talking about Statham and The Rock.
Oh, okay.
That would have been incredible, right?
You know,
Jim
I
Carrey
actually
and
want
Rock.
to see that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be pretty good. All right, we got some super chats here. Let's see. Lone Wolf, this is one of two. It's a $10 super chat. It says, I just saw the Kristen Harloff review of Fire and Ash out the theater review. He highlights the immersive world, visuals, and emotional depth, particularly praising Zoe Saldana's performance. And then there's another half here, $5 super chat. Thank you so much for $15. The movie effectively deals with themes of grief and family. Minor criticism, some visuals felt like the video game scenes. Makes me curious to see it. Well, because of the fact that I'm surrounded by people that want to go see this movie, I will be seeing it opening day. I know Joe doesn't give a fuck about the movie, so he's not seeing it at all.
You couldn't pay me to watch it.
Anybody else going to see this while it's in theaters?
So which movie?
See what?
Avatar 3, the blue avatars.
I liked the first one. I kind of tapped out after that. I didn't even see the second one, and I'm not that interested in the third.
I might sneak in there just to go see that supposed Doomsday trailer, and then I'll walk out.
Oh my god, Joe hated the second movie.
I hated the first one.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
I thought you were just kind of meh with the first one, but
No,
hated the second one.
Okay, here's the thing. I saw the trailers for the first one and said, this does not look interesting to me. And then everybody started going crazy about it, and I started seeing more and more and more, and I kept going, yeah, this doesn't look good to me.
Right.
So I didn't watch the movie. Then it came to HBO, and I tried to watch it on HBO one night, and I made it till Blue Sigourney Weaver came out with a basketball under her arm, and I'm like, this looks so fake. This doesn't look good at all. Like this,
Right.
this looks bad.
Well,
And
it's bad on purpose.
and I bailed, and I'm like, I'm not watching this. I didn't think it looked good. I still don't think it looked good. So we get to 2018. Okay, it's been almost a decade. This movie's been out, and I'm going to Disney World, and they just opened the Avatar ride. And I said, I'm going to force myself to watch Avatar because I'm going to go on this ride. And I watched the movie. I went on the ride. And my takeaway was, great ride. Not a good movie.
Well, if the director came out and said that they made it look bad on purpose, then, well, that'd probably be fine.
If it made sense.
All right. So since we don't have a lot of people here, very quickly, or not a lot of people, since we didn't have a chance to do all the lists for everyone, we'll do a quick non-formal version of the list. Meaning we're not going to go around and do anything like that. We're just going to drop a few names and talk about it, and we will eventually get to 5. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to do our top 5 worst villains in movies.
Just like bad
And-
portrayals.
What?
Just like bad portrayals.
It can be whatever. You didn't like their costume. You didn't like anything that you think is bad about them. You didn't like the actor. You didn't like the way they played it in the movie. This is going to be a very quick one. No round robin. We're just going to throw out some names. And yeah, we'll do it that way. And knock this one out of the list. So just write down 2 or 3 that you don't like for whatever reason.
Where's my pen?
We will knock this out. I already have my list anyway, so I've kind of cheated a little bit because I did a lot of these lists early. But we'll go ahead and knock these out. And then chat, I want you guys to chime in on this. Let us know what you think about it.
The heck?
So yeah, Chris, so the criteria is you just don't like that character and how they're portrayed in that movie. It could be you don't like the actor, you didn't like the way their costume looked, you didn't like their story arc, you didn't like how they were in the sequel, whatever your criteria is. So it's just movies right now. I don't want to make the net too wide for this. It would be much too big to do that. Whoops. Oh. All right. So what we're going to do is I will create a wheel, and we're not going to spin for placements. I'm going to put everybody's name on the wheel 3 times. And when it lands on you, you just give your answer. That's how we're going to do it. So, let's see. I have to delete all these names off the wheel from the contest earlier. All right. Let's see. This time I'm not going to take away choices from me because I'm not doing that this time.
Yeah, you actually want to play this time.
Yeah, I'd like to participate. All right.
Oh,
Oops.
we'll just give you a participation trophy.
Let's see. Mega. And Jake. All right. Let me mix these up a little bit so everybody's names in different spots.
Oh, so for emojis, do you want to do pumpkins are good and corn is bad?
Sure.
All right,
That
cool.
works.
I just came up with that on the top of off the top of my head.
Pumpkins are good, corn is bad. All right. And let me share the screen here. All right. So again, there's no, we're not doing this for like slots. It's just, it lands on you. You drop yours. That's how it goes. All right. And if anybody wants to super chat for some topics, you can. I'm totally cool with that. But otherwise, this will be the last part of the stream. All right. Here we go. Oh, is it rigged?
Yeah.
Is it rigged?
Hashtag rigged.
All right. So my first one is going to be, hold on, let me get my list here. Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse 2016.
Whoa.
I hated that depiction, and I wanted it to be good because I wanted to prove everybody wrong when they said the costume looked bad and all the magazine articles that came out. And they're like, oh, this looks really, really bad. And I'm like, no, it's just the lighting. It's just the lighting in the pictures. It doesn't look bad.
I remember that you tried.
I
'Cause
tried.
I thought you all went to go see that in the theaters together.
Yeah, he looked like he was wearing a condom on his head.
Yeah.
Big speeches, no real presence, zero awe factor, except in the scene where he's fighting
Completely
Professor
wasted
X in his
Oscar
mind.
Isaacs.
Yeah, wasted potential is probably a really good way to put it. I didn't like it. I think it's pretty much a terrible portrayal. So that is my first one, is going to be Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse 2016. All right,
That was bad.
let's see who gets to go next.
I actually liked him.
All right. Oh! Wow.
Rigged.
All right. My next one is going to be from 2017, and that is Steppenwolf from the Justice League. And I'm talking specifically about, obviously, the Whedon version of Steppenwolf. I actually think that the version that I'm going to give Zack Snyder credit. I think the version from the Snyder Cut looks much more menacing. The one from the actual Whedon one looks like a video game character.
Not only does he look more menacing, he actually has a fleshed out purpose for what he's doing. Whereas in the Whedon cut, he's just going, mother.
And I know Joe's going to disagree with me because Joe likes the Whedon cut over the Snyder version, right? Don't you
I
disagree with
mean,
me on this?
I love the Whedon cut. I absolutely love it, but I don't have any great connection to Steppenwolf in particular. I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
But
I keep in mind I'm not critiquing like the way it was done in that, because we know that movie had to be reworked to work in 2017, so I understand that. I just think the character design is awful. I hate the way he looks. I hate the way he looks. He didn't seem very serious to me because he looked like an old man, like just somebody's grandfather. I don't know. I didn't like him at all. He wasn't very scary to me. So that's my next one. Now, I get one more choice here, but is it going to be on me?
Like,
Or is it
somebody
gonna
else
be
go?
Oh, it is Joe. All right, Joe, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the villain from, well, a movie that I just hate. But it's an actor everybody likes. And that's Tom Hardy as Shinzon in Star Trek Nemesis.
Wow.
Where he's supposedly playing a clone of Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look a damn thing like Jean-Luc
No.
Picard, except he just happens to be bald.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. He doesn't
and-
even sound like him.
And he's got, here's the thing, he's got no motivation. There's no motivation for this villain because he wants to destroy the Federation. But what's his beef with the Federation? What did the Federation do to him? Because it was the Romulans that created him
Yeah.
to serve a purpose. They were going to use him, like put him undercover, but then they discarded him and they threw him into a prison. So shouldn't his beef be with the Romulans?
I
He
agree.
didn't make a damn bit of sense. I hated that character.
All right. Let's go. Who's next? Oh. Looks like Omega's up. What you got?
Thunderstorm Galactus. The hell are y'all thinking?
Oh my god.
You say
So you're not a fan? You're not a fan of
Thunderdome
Thunderstorm
Galactus?
Thunderstorm Galactus.
The one
okay.
from the one from Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Fart
Yeah.
Cloud Galactus. Yeah, that one.
What
were
did
they
you think of
thinking?
Silver Surfer in that movie?
He was fine.
Yeah, but you hated Galactus, right?
Yes, Galactus. It was like he's not a thunderstorm. Is it so hard for you all to just have a giant planet-sized man? Oh, it looks stupid. This isn't grounded. It's a comic book movie.
You hear that, Liefeld?
It's supposed to be dumb.
Dumbass.
All right.
See, I didn't
Let's-
have a problem with that one. Because I thought of it like V'ger. Like that wasn't Galactus. Galactus was in there. Like it's not like the cloud was
Yeah, if they
Galactus.
would have did, if they would have did something like that, and then inside you saw Galactus piloting it. Okay, cool, but
I need
They didn't.
alcohol.
All
I need
right, here we go.
alcohol.
Here we go. Oh, and he gets his first one. Jake, you are up.
Do I go ahead and get the hot take out of the way, or do I start with an easy one? You know what? Screw it. I'll go ahead and get the hot take out of the way. I'm probably going to get some corn thrown at me. I know a lot of people like this villain,
Uh-oh,
and
here we
I
go.
just flat out didn't.
Here we go.
Nicholas Holtz likes Luthor.
Oh!
This was not for me.
Oh, no!
Especially coming off of what you saw with, Michael Cubbits and Superman and
Oh,
Lois.
my God.
Like, I did not like what they did with Holt there. I think Holt's a great actor, but you turn Lex Luthor into an angry video game nerd. And I just did not like the way that was done.
Wow.
fair enough.
And
That
yeah,
might be a real hot take. I'm waiting to see if we get some corn in the chat.
felt like we jumped right into a rivalry that we didn't really get to see any roots of. So it's like, hey, connect with this. It's like, no, it's not that easy.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's my first one.
All right. Okay, I don't see any corn yet. Maybe people are waiting. Dalton did throw some pumpkins, so...
Okay.
Oh, look.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
there
look,
it
there
is.
we go. Oh, Lone Wolf disagrees. There we go. There we go. And the corn starts
it's
rolling
like half
in.
and half. It's like half and half, though, I'm noticing.
All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh, my
Yeah.
final choice here. Is it rigged, you guys? Is that what's happening here? I feel like it might be. All right. So,
Don't take
this
mine.
might be. Hold on, I've got two here, but let me see which one I want to go with. One of these would piss Jake off, but I don't want to do that one.
I know what one you're gonna. I know which one.
I'm not going to do that one. We're going to go with a character that I think had a lot of potential, but got completely wasted, and that is Whiplash from Iron Man 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke seemed like he did not want to be there playing that character. Almost zero character development, wasted on what Mickey's usually a really great actor. And you get a really good start to it, and then it just kind of fizzles. So for me, I think Whiplash was completely wasted in Iron Man 2. Does anybody disagree with that? Chat? I
I
think
have
he could
no
have been a better
strong
villain.
feelings. I don't hate him. Don't love him either.
Okay.
I know what villain you were gonna go with just to piss me off.
Who was it?
It's from a 2007 movie, isn't it?
Hold on. Let me look and see. I can't remember if exactly it's from 2007. Yes, it is. It actually
Yep.
is. For some reason, I thought it was like 2006, but it was 2007.
I know exactly who you were thinking.
We're just
No
gonna
idea.
keep. We're gonna keep that one in the pocket. We're gonna keep that one in the pocket. Let's spin the wheel. I might use it at a later date. Oh, Jake coming in again. All right, what do you got, Jake?
So if I'm being honest, I didn't even hate the way this villain was created. They're mainly just going on here because they look so damn ugly. That's Doomsday from BVS.
Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle version.
I didn't even mind that they went the whole Dr. Frankenstein route of using a dead Kryptonian body to make him, because Superman and Lois did the same thing and they pulled the concept off well. But Doomsday in BVS looked like Doomsday stripped of all of his defining features. Like it
Yeah.
was so horrid to look at that. Yeah, just horrible.
All right, let's see here. We got a bunch of names on the board, and they're not me. So, let's go. Oh, we're switching over to Omega. All right. So that leaves one Omega, two Joes, and one Jake now. So go ahead, Omega. What do you got?
Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Ooh.
He played a great character that wasn't Lex Luthor.
Who would you say if you had to compare him to like a villain from DC that he
He was
was?
You're gonna call him the Riddler, aren't you?
Yeah, he should have been the Riddler.
Yeah.
It's just I just didn't like that portrayal. Like he wasn't terrible, but it's like that. Come on, man, that's not Lex Luthor, man.
I don't think we've had a good Lex Luthor in live action movies, period.
Wow. I know Joe. Come on, Joe.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any rebuttal on that at all?
I mean, I think we've only had one bad Lex Luthor in a live action movie, and that was Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh.
I think we've had two good live action Luthors, period, and they're both named Michael.
Oh.
I'll tell you, despite the fact that he's a problematic actor, Spacey was a hell of a Luthor.
Yeah, because he's a piece of shit in real life, so he could act like a piece of shit just fine.
All right. Let's spin the wheel. And we have Jake's final choice. So, Jake, what is your last one?
So, my last one's kind of cheating because, like, I was going back and forth. It's like which one do I want to say here? And I'm just gonna throw a bunch into one placement, and that's every villain in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh my God!
I think all three of them are terrible.
Wow!
Because I love Paul Giamatti as an actor, but it's like they gave him 5 Red
You don't
Bulls,
like Jamie
pound of
Foxx?
cocaine, and said go. He was just absolutely terrible.
You don't like
as
Electro?
Lexi. I didn't like Electro in that movie. Bad teeth, bad comb over. stupid personality. Like I don't like it whenever, because they have that trope in a lot of movies where, you know, the weirdo gets scorned by the hero or abandoned by them and then goes evil because of that. I never like when that's done. Incredibles is like,
You don't like Mark Webb's second film with Spider-Man?
No.
His last name is Webb, and the web connects them all.
Yeah, nope. And the web killed the franchise and Gwen. But and when you got like Harry Osborn there too, and listen, Dane DeHaan's a great actor. I think that was just a terrible version of Harry, even down to some of the line deliveries. When you said Spider-Man said no, you meant you said no. And they looked terrible. They weren't great portrayals of the villains. It was just a mess. A lot of things in that movie were a mess, but
yeah,
the fact that it didn't have a single good villain definitely didn't help.
All right. With that being said, we have 2 people left on the board. Joe, who got in early and has been waiting in the benches for a minute now. And we have Omega still with 1 to go. Let's see where this goes. Is Joe going to get back-to-back choices, or are we going to split this up here? It looks like Joe is going to get back-to-back choices because Omega is up next. So what is your last one, Omega?
I don't know. This may seem like this may seem like not really a cop-out, but I'm going to say it. The entire First Order in the new Star Wars movies.
Oh,
they were some of the most incompetent fucking stormtroopers. We've always had incompetent stormtroopers, especially in Dave Filoni stuff. But holy shit, especially in the second movie where, you know, in the opening scene where who's the pilot name played by Oscar Isaac? I forgot his name.
Poe.
When he was flying that one lone X-wing in front of that ship, and it was like arguing back and forth. I was like, shoot him out the freaking sky now! What are you arguing for?
So you didn't like the First Order?
The First Order had one competent officer, and that was the captain of that huge dreadnought in the second movie. I forget his name. He was like, no. Shoot him now! Shoot him! And then he was like, the Hux was like, "No, I give the command." So I was like, "Okay, this is why you lose. This is why y'all losing." Also, they did at Gwendolyn Christie, 6'2". She plays a huge chromed out female stormtrooper. They did absolutely no. They literally
they had an opportunity to make a really cool villain with Phasma, and they fucked it up.
They literally threw her in the trash.
Yep. All right, that's valid.
God, the First Order is so stupid.
That brings us to our final
somehow
2 choices.
Palpatine returns.
And they are
nothing wrong with that line. There's literally nothing wrong with the line. Somehow Palpatine returns. I did 2 videos on it.
Bunch of things wrong with that movie.
All right, so Joe, you get the final 2 choices. So go ahead, give us your last 2.
Okay, for my number 2, I'm going to go with the Riddler in The Batman. I hated him. He's not the Riddler.
If Ronan was here right now.
He's Hush. They took Hush and they said he's the Riddler now. I remember when the trailer came out and we first saw the trailer for the Batman. I watched the trailer 3 times. Then I was on a stream and someone said, "Well, what did you think of the look of the Riddler?" And I said, "The Riddler was in that trailer?" And they said, "Yeah." And then they showed me who it was, and I'm like, "That's the Riddler?" I never would have guessed that's the Riddler. It doesn't look like the Riddler. It's Hush. It's basically Hush. Hated it.
Gotham Riddler, right?
So anyway.
All right. And what is your last one, Joe?
My last one is from the movie The Witch, a horror film that I despise. Black Phillip,
that movie.
An evil goat. Get out of here.
Yep. Was it Black something?
Black Phillip. I don't remember
Phillip.
the last time I laughed my ass off so hard. I was in the theater and
you
my friend
weren't
and
scared
I
of the close-ups on the eyes and stuff like that?
No, my friend and I were in the back row. We just couldn't stop laughing. We thought this is absolutely ridiculous.
So Eric, it would have been. Honestly, I expected you to go with that one you said you were keeping in the back pocket just to stir the pot.
Well, you can say what it is if you know what it is. It's Venom. It's the Tobey Maguire Venom.
You mean Topher Grace Venom?
Well, that one too. The whole Venom thing. The Venom is a villain thing. That was my choice. Yeah, that would have been my list for sure. If we would have done 5, that was my number 4. So.
Love Eddie in that movie. I know I'm in a minority there, and I don't care.
It's okay. All right, so we're pretty much done with that for the night. But let's go ahead and do some super chats, and then we're going to figure out what everybody selected for the next one. Let's see. Latin Shark says, "What did you watch this week for $2?" We watched. Oh wait, hold on. What's the name of that movie? It was awful. Playdate on Amazon. Oh my god, that was such a bad movie. Kevin James and Alan Ritchson.
Ooh,
It was so bad.
that sounds like a really bad mix.
Okay, so the previews were funny, and I was like, oh, it's like a buddy road trip movie with like crazy action because you got Alan Ritchson and then you got the jokes from Kevin James, right? And I'm like, this is gonna work. And then it ends up being absolutely fucking awful. I cannot stress enough, do not waste your time watching that movie. If you were on the fence about it, don't watch it. It is not worth your time. But if you feel like torturing yourself for an hour and 40 minutes, go ahead and watch that movie. I'm also watching Pluribus, obviously Stranger Things season 5, a couple of the different baking shows. Is It Cake Holiday Edition came out. So we watched all of that on Netflix, trying to find out what's cake and what's not. And the Mighty Nine on Amazon Prime, which is Critical Role cartoon. It's absolutely incredible.
Too. Yeah.
I like it so much. Like, look, I love Critical Role shit. This is my favorite thing they've ever done.
Oh yeah. I even started with because I first started watching Critical Role, like the actual live play thing.
That was the campaign they were doing.
Yeah, like the last 5 episodes, like the last 5 shows of the first campaign. So I'm already just got spoiled with that. So I was like, okay, I'll give Critical Role a chance because Cyber Ninja was telling me to watch it.
Yeah. Well,
so
Vox Machina is good, but Mighty Nine is much better.
So the first full campaign I watched was the Mighty Nine. It was like, okay, now I get it. But the show itself is great.
Can you pull up Master's comment?
Let's see here.
Are you implying with this comment that the first Spider-Man movie is a bad one?
Wow. You're gonna trigger Jake. He's gonna go off.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Anybody else want to shout out something you watched this week before we move on? Anything?
I've just been watching the Mighty Nine, and then other than that, just more Star Trek and Avatar reruns.
Okay.
I saw.
I'm
sorry. No,
you go.
No, I saw Wake Up Dead Man twice.
Yes.
Very good.
When does that come out on Netflix, by the way?
December 12th, I want to say.
Okay. Sounds good. How was it? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
It's really good. It's my least favorite of the 3, but something has to be. Like when you got three of them, one of them's got to be. So that doesn't mean it's bad. It's very, very good. Mm-hmm. But I think Glass Onion's still my favorite of the 3. Okay. But it's really good.
Jake, anything you're watching that you want to shout out?
So Stranger Things, watching through Strange New World for the first time, and then literally part of my morning coffee on mornings where I'm not working, I'll pop an episode of X-Men Taz on the TV while I'm just sitting there with coffee. It's routine.
We got a $2 super chat from Lone Wolf, Lex, Jesse, Doom, Fan Four Stick, Enchantress, and Malekith from Thor Dark World.
A lot of bad ones. Honestly, every Thor villain.
I kind of like the Enchantress
from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like I said, I liked Suicide Squad, even though it's a terrible, awful movie. Right. I liked it.
Lone Wolf coming in with General Hux was awful.
Oh god, Hux was so fucking stupid. He was just
Oh, is that the one gray-haired bitch from the second movie?
No, that was actually I didn't mind her.
I liked Hux. I got a kick out of Hux.
I mean, he was funny, but it was like, oh come on, you're supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be like this, the next regime of the galaxy, but you're acting like this. Like, come on, dude.
I absolutely love when Poe Dameron prank calls him. Like that's one of my favorites.
I mean, yeah, it was funny, but it was kind of I'm in the theater like, shoot him now, shoot him out in the fucking sky now.
And Lone Wolf, this is for Jake. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eyes.
I'm wearing the shirt for a reason.
Staggerforth with 199 super chat. Will there be a Christmas stream? Absolutely. Holidays don't stop me from streaming. I can stream pretty much any holiday unless I'm traveling, and we are hosting Christmas this year, so I'm not going anywhere, so I can stream.
A lot of people saying Eisenberg's Luther.
I'm right now. I'm gonna be on the road very soon on one of my stream nights, but we'll see what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
I'll let everybody know.
I'll actually be at Steel City Comic-Con this upcoming weekend, so little plug.
Okay, Steel City. Where's that?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Have you been there before? Steel City Comic-Con?
Yeah.
I was there once. I found the autograph lines to be really badly organized.
Oh.
I mean, that's most lines at cons.
Stagger with one eye super chat. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Well, it seems like that's a favorite of like bad villains. Is like this version of Lex.
Yeah, it's just I guess because we always see Lex Luthor as this cold, heartless, calculated character, but then we see this crazy animated person that's like, wait a minute, who's this?
I don't know. I think.
But you said Holt's Lex Luthor though.
No, I did, and I think when it comes to live action Luthors, I think Michael Covas is the closest we've ever gotten to Clancy Brown.
Jaybird Z here says the First Order are all cosplayers trying to relive the glory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like Civil War freaking Confederate not reenactors, but the people who take the reenacting way too seriously, and when they go to the next set to relive the Confederacy, I was like, oh, shut the fuck up.
I just thought of that line from Incredibles where he's like, reliving the glory days is better than acting like they didn't happen.
Dalton says the Superman and Lois Lex is my favorite, Michael Cutlets. So,
Love Michael Cutlets.
Jared Leto's Joker from Short Car. Are we lukewarm on that one, or is that a confirmation?
So here's the thing. My hot take is not with that statement. My hot take is that I would say I dislike Joaquin Phoenix Joker just as much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leto's Joker was I get what he was trying to do, but it's just nah.
They based him off All-Star Joker, and I fucking despise All-Star Joker.
I actually prefer Leto's Joker to what's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yeah. Heath Ledger
I
gives.
love having Joe on the stream.
Heath Ledger gives a better performance. He gives a better performance, but he's not as comic accurate. Like Jared Leto feels more like the Joker of the comics because they what's his name? Ledger's Joker. He didn't have the bleached skin. He was wearing makeup. They had.
Are people throwing corn at you for this one? It's not even a choice yet. Don't they feel like?
But you see, guys, you're not going to get this type of very opinions on those chut channels. Only here.
If you want a comic accurate Joker, just watch Batman '89.
Yeah,
Batman '89.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still the best.
I'm not saying you. It's like.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Heath Ledger's Joker was such a wild take on it. I think looking back at it, people liked the idea that there was this Joker that was so different from any Joker we've ever seen before. But I don't necessarily know if it aged well. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. Like, there's good ways to do a different take, and there's bad ways to do a different take. We've seen both of those things now.
Look, Chris's best live action Joker is still Jack Nicholson.
And that's I think the issue. I didn't want a different take. I always say Nolan's Batman movies. I'm not a big fan of Nolan's Batman movies. I always say Nolan did the best Batman you could. He did the best you could do if you were going to do I want a Batman that kind of exists in the real world. But that's not what I want. So I'm like, that's like saying I'm going to order a pizza. I really want a pizza. And you bring me a burger, but it's the best burger ever. And you're like, here's the best burger ever. And I eat it and I go, that was a good burger, but I wanted a pizza.
Hunter here says, Jake, don't forget Mark Hamill, Joker from Batman.
I'm not forgetting Hamill. I was just talking about live action ones.
Yeah. And then Cameron here, or Staggerford talked about Cameron Monaghan's Joker from Gotham.
Played three different versions of it.
Wasn't it like, wait, what was all the names? It was
so you had Jerome, Jeremiah, and then in the series finale they called him Mr. J.
Yeah. So they tried.
Or was it just J? I can't remember.
All right, we're going to end the poll in the Reloaded chat. See what we got here.
I mean, so Dalton, technically, I know this is a reach, but basically in the episodes of The Flash where Mark Hamill popped up as a trickster, that was basically a live-action Joker.
Yeah. So the winner of the poll, Jake, you're gonna have to keep trying these ones over and over again because they keep not winning. Top 5 worst comic book costumes.
That's fine.
So let me put that on the list.
Oh yeah. So this is the one. My takes are gonna piss people off. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now.
Where's that on the list?
Wait, you already did the one with the best costumes?
No.
No, I don't think we did.
That's one of the ones we haven't done yet. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably do a double feature, best and worst. By the way, what do you guys prefer, the wheel to go or like ranking people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the wheel? Which one did you guys like better?
I'm fine with either.
Same.
You didn't care? Okay. I thought spinning the wheel was fun. Even
wheel
though
is fun.
Joe ended up getting the last 2 back to back, but we tried. All right, that's pretty much it. I think we're done for the evening. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for all the. Make sure I got all the super chats. I did. I think I got them all. Thank you guys for all the super chats and everything. I hope you have a good week. I will be live on Thursday again with the Nerdcast Part 2 of the week. Oh, we do got a super chat. I'll highlight that in a second. Joe, are you live tomorrow night or nah?
I'm planning to be. My house is like, you know, you never know what's going to happen here.
Right.
But I'm planning to be.
Okay. Omega, it looks like you're advertising your deviant art there.
Yeah, like I always do. I posted some stuff last week. I'm still working on some ideas this week, but just nothing's come out. I was like, I'll open the program, mess around with it, then close it. then I'll play like, I don't know, Star Citizen or something.
Before we give him a shout out, Lone Wolf with a $2 super chat says, Jake, can you do one of the Cameron lines?
Oh, from Gotham?
Yeah.
Today's the big day. Why am I the one that's being asked to do these impressions? I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But
I think they like the passion that you put into those to your impressions there. Please don't, Jake, from Chris. There we go.
Too late.
Anyway, so check out Jake's channel. Jake, you got anything happening this week? Any video uploads you're doing? Anything going on?
Definitely gonna try my best. I had some auto trouble this past weekend, so I couldn't get uploads out. But I got a video coming out for the Wolverine game, talking about some costumes I want to see in it. Gonna try to get my next Jack and Daxter Let's Play episode out. And apart from that, we got Secrets of Arkham, Secrets of Marvel, some ranking videos, and as we get, like throughout this month, I'm gonna have some long form bonus videos coming out, including as we get toward the end of the month, one where this is gonna be a long ass video and a bitch to edit, but every MCU project being ranked, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit. But I'm doing one for 2025 since we don't have any more left of the year. It's going to be a pain to edit, but it's going to be fun to make. Okay. And, Lost Levels on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're almost done with LEGO Marvel Superheroes. We're almost done. We got one more stream left of that game before it's complete.
All right. Anyway, that's it.
Can I put one thing out there real quick? Since it came up on this stream, if you haven't seen my video, Somehow Palpatine Returned, and that's okay, please look it up. Because I have 2 videos on my channel that are the videos that I say, if I could just make everybody watch these 2 videos, I would be very happy. You don't have to watch anything else I've done. And that's one of them. I will explain to you in that video why Somehow Palpatine Returned is not only not bad dialogue, but is actually good, logical dialogue that makes sense. And no one's been able to prove me wrong yet. I've challenged people. I've said, come at me, explain why I'm wrong. And people always move the goalposts, and they can't.
Here's the link to his video. If you want to prove him wrong, go ahead.
Nobody has yet. People have tried. But you know what the thing is? They always come at me with a different answer. Okay. They always come at me with, they go, well, it's bad dialogue because he was dead in Return of the Jedi. And I'm like, well, you didn't prove that it's bad dialogue. You just told me you didn't like the creative choice to bring him back. That's not what we're arguing. Like, people always are moving the goalposts. Nobody has ever been able to tell me why.
Well, I'm curious what your comment section is going to look like after tonight, because I just shared the video, so people can go over there and check that out. All right. With that being said, it is time to wrap up the stream. Thanks everybody for being here, and we'll see everyone on Thursday. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.